My name is Aaron Marshall, and I'm from Buffalo, New York. I grew up in the church, but grew up on the east side of Buffalo, New York, kind of a low-income area, and came from a single home. My mom did the best she could to kind of provide and help out my brother and I. Through that, just trying to navigate in terms of who I was. I was heavy into sports, big-time athlete. The main sports I played was football and basketball, football being my first love, and just used that to kind of find myself, and navigated that through high school, and then went to college. And when I got to college, it was really this sort of like culture shock, so to speak, because I went from living on the east side of Buffalo, New York, to now I'm in this place where not a lot of people look like me, so to speak. And I just kind of utilized college as a springboard to really find who Aaron was. But I was able to navigate through that. And through college, I played college basketball, graduated, and went to the next phase of my life. So that sort of transitioned me to sort of living here in Georgia now, where I'm pastoring the young adult community at Free Chapel. But I like to say those different experiences in life and athletics and playing sports kind of helped me to kind of learn to be a leader and to lead by example, which is something, you can ask anybody about me, I'm heavy on character. So having those disciplines in athletics and sports helped me sort of be the man I am today and be the pastor and leader that I am today. Growing up in the church, you have this sort of sometimes narrow-minded view of God and of what this walk is like. But the cool thing about it was it challenged my faith, because I went to a liberal arts college and you had people of different religions. It raised a lot of questions, like, one, why do I believe what I believe? And I think sometimes we have to ask ourselves that, but it challenged me to kind of dig into, okay, do I believe this? I began to sort of question my faith. And as I was questioning my faith, I began to just ask God to navigate me through what this really means. I thank God for navigating me, and through prayer, and through wise counsel, and really through digging in the Word, I was able to really find truth and know that, there are different expressions and different things of that nature, but my faith is locked into believing and knowing that God is real. He's with me. He never left me, even when I had questions, even when I was confused. He always gave me what I needed to navigate through even some seasons of doubt while I was in college. I would encourage anybody that's going through a difficult time and have questions, and they may not know what this whole thing looks like or how it will develop, to just hold on to anything, to a prayer life and seeking after God in a way of just asking Him, Lord, what is this? What does this mean? The tattoo that I have, it's a scripture. It's 1 Samuel 18:14, and in context it says, in everything he did, he had great success because the Lord was with him. And we know that story talks about David. So how I came about getting that tattoo, when I was graduating high school, she got me a graduation card. And I couldn't even tell you what was in the card. But I remember reading the front of the card, and it had that scripture. And I lied to you not, I remember sitting there when I was reading the card and crying, because that scripture like touched me in such like an intimate way. Because it was from my mom, and some of the things she had wrote in the card, but really that scripture touched me because I felt like throughout my whole journey, God was with me. And because He was with me, I was having success. Because, in my family, we didn't have many people go to college. In context, from my mom's children, I was the first to go to college. I was the first to graduate high school. So it meant so much to me that through me just praying and having really a childlike relationship with God at that time, He had me and navigated me through some challenging times of my dad not being around, some challenging times of people dying in my family, some challenging times of me going through heartaches and breakups, But he had never left me or forsaken me. And I believe the success that I had as an athlete, the success I had in school with being, top 5 in my class academically, was due to God being with me. And I knew that if I kept that heart and that scripture with me, that it would carry me out through my life. One thing I will say and encourage somebody with is life is challenging, man. It's going to take you through twists and turns. You're going to have some unexpected things come your way. But the thing I want you to understand, just like that scripture says in 1 Samuel 18:14, is if you want success, it has to be found in God. And I know many people out there may not know what that totally means. And I tell them it's okay. The first step to any relationship is actually taking a step. So whatever that step looks like for you, don't be afraid to get outside your comfort zone and really find truth. For anybody out there who may be in this season or this journey, you're trying to figure out who you are. You're trying to understand who you are. Just get plugged in with the Father. Gain relationship with God, not religion. Gain relationship, and He will navigate you through even what that means.